students, welcome back to my channel. This is Dipali, and in this session you will learn about clauses in MySQL. But you will think that I have already covered the clauses in MySQL, but that was only the theoretical part. Today I will tell you how to implement it in the MySQL. Fine. So let's start with the first clause, that is where clause. You see, I am going to open MySQL. Fine. So for performing anything in a database, first I have to select the database. So I am selecting the database. Use class 12. This is the name of my database. Fine. Now I want to just see the table, what all records I am having in my table. So I will write select asterisk from table name, that is I guess student. Fine. Now I want to see the records of those students whose student ID is 1. So that is my condition. What? I want to see the records of those students whose student ID is 1. So what I will do? I will write select asterisk from student where I have to use the where clause for checking the condition, where SID equals to 1. So what it will do? It will display all the details of that student whose ID is 1. So see, it's going to display me the result. That is the use of where clause. Next clause which we have covered in the video, that is from clause. From clause basically used with the in the from clause. After writing the from clause, we have to write the name of the table or the views. So if you will see this example, we have already covered the from clause because we cannot select any data from the table without using the from. Fine. And the third clause which was over there, that is like clause. Fine. So in the like, we are using two symbols. First is percentage. Fine. We are also telling it wildcard characters, and second what we are using, that is underscore. Fine. So today we will see what is the difference while using the percentage and what is the difference while we are using the underscore. And this question is very much important. Most of the time I have seen that examiners are asking these how many wildcard characters are using you are using in the like clause. So students don't know that particular time ki these two characters known as wildcards character in the like clause, and then if someone is going to answer that percentage symbol, that modulus operator and underscore, then they are asking what is the difference between them. Fine. Or sometimes they are giving you some questions and going to tell you what is the output of this particular task. So let's see. First I will tell you about the modulus operator. Fine. So I want to see the records of all the students whose last name start with S. My question is clear to you? I want to see the record of the students whose last name starts with S. So what I will write? I have to write a query, that is select asterisk, because I want to see all the records. Select asterisk from table name, that is a student. Now I have to write the where clause, where which column I talked about? I talked about L name. So I will write L name. Now that start with S means I have to use like operator. Fine. So जहाँ पे भी आपको ये condition आए, starts with this, ends with this, you can use the like operator. And what I have mentioned over here, just see it carefully, single quotes S percentage single quotes. What is the meaning of this? When it is telling starts with that particular number, so write that particular character at the starting and put the modulus operator. The meaning of this means your word will start with S with any number of characters. Find any number of characters after the S, because your question is your last name should start with S. So you have mentioned S with percentage, that means any number of character after the S. I'm just pressing the enter and you are able to see all the records of the students whose last name starts with S. Fine. Now you want to see the name of the students, records of all the students whose last name ends with A. Why I am going to take the last name students? Because here both the name are same, Rohit and Rohit, names are same. That's why I am showing you the things with the last name, so you are not going to get confused. Fine. Now I want to see the records of the students whose last name ends with A. So what I have to do, within the same query, I will just change the condition. Ends with means any number of character before that particular letter. You can write any number of characters. So we will put the modulus operator before, and whatever the characters you want to end with, you can write that particular character at the followed by that your modulus operator. So see, there are two names which is going to end with A, that is one is Sharma, another is Gupta. I hope it's clear to all how to use the modulus operator with the like clause. Fine. Now I am going to tell you how to use the underscore operator, and then what is the difference between underscore and modulus operator. First let me scroll down my screen. Now the question is, I want to start the last name with G followed by exact 4 characters. Fine. That means जो मेरा लास्ट नेम है वो G से स्टार्ट होना चाहिए और G के पास exactly 4 characters होने चाहिए. So that means I have to write select L name from students, asterisk from student, where L name like कहाँ से स्टार्ट होना चाहिए. I told G से स्टार्ट होना चाहिए और उसके बाद exactly 4 characters होने चाहिए. तो exactly 4 characters means I have to use 4 underscore. So if you will see GUPTA in the Gupta, there is total 5 characters. First G we have already written, afterwards we have mentioned 4 underscore over there. Let me execute this query. See, you are going to get the result of a student whose last name starts with G and having exactly 4 characters after the G. So if you are going to write 3 underscore, I am erasing the 1 underscore, so you will not get any output. Your query is absolutely correct, but the system is not able to match this particular condition in your system, so that's why it is showing the empty set. So whenever you are going to get the empty set, that doesn't mean the error is coming in your statement. That simply means computer is not able to find the record according to the condition you have specified. Fine. So with the same thing you can also put the underscore before. If I want to see the name of the Gupta, exactly 4 characters but end with A. Fine. Exactly 4 characters but ends with A. So underscore, in the underscore we are using the term exactly this much characters, but in the modulus operator we are using any number of characters. Fine. So this is the difference between your both the wildcard characters in the like clause. I hope it is clear. Next clause which will cover, that is distinct clause. What is the use of distinct clause? It will give you the values which are not duplicate. So it's used to remove the duplicate values. Right now you can see there is 2 names and 2 address in which duplicate data is there. So what I will write? I will write select distinct S name from student. So what it will give me? It will return me the S name which are not duplicate. Wait a minute, I have forgot to write C. Fine. So there's only 2 records, but both the records are having the same name in my table, Rohit and Rohit. That's why it's showing me only the single name, that is this Rohit. Fine. So let me enter one more record so it will be clear to you, I guess. Insert into student values. Let me enter on third number. I want to enter Sakshi, and Sakshi is living in Kamla Nagar, and one more is last name Sakshi, whatever we say. We can write Mehta because one Gupta we have already written. Fine. So now I want to apply the same thing. Select distinct S name from student. Now it should display the name of Rohit and Sakshi. Fine. See, it is displaying the name of Rohit and Sakshi. So distinct is displaying the unique record. And one more thing I have told you, in the distincts it is not excluding the null values. It is not excluding the null values. That means if I am going to write null over here, it will also display me the null value, like in the fourth record. So S name cannot be null because हमने condition लगा रखी होगी S name पे. तो एड्रेस पे देख लेते हैं, एड्रेस के ऊपर लगा के देख लेते हैं भाई, नल वैल्यू एंटर कर लेते हैं एक. So write a name over here, and instead of address I am writing null. I hope address null ना हो. So address null नहीं था, so one row has been affected. So what I want to check, I want to see the distinct address now. Fine. I want to see the distinct address. Fine. Just see over here. All the different address you are finding, Lajpat Nagar, Kamla Nagar, including that your nulls. So I told you in distinct it is not ignoring the null value. So let's see the next clause, that is order by clause. But first let me scroll down the screen. Before seeing the order by clause, again I want to show the table to you. So I am writing select asterisk from student, so that order by clause will be clear to you, because most of the time it is coming in the exam. So your names are like Ram, Rohit, सारे name ही same हैं. So update कर लेते हैं. Update student set S name. I am taking the S name Ankit. Fine. Where SID equals to 1. Fine. So where the SID equals to 1, I have changed the name with Ankit. So now if you are going to see, there are 4 records, and in which 2-3 records which are not starting with the same letters. So now I want to arrange my record as per the S name. Fine. So the question is show all the details and arrange your records in descending order of your name, descending order of student's name. So what you will going to write, you will write the same query, select asterisk from student, but you have to write the where clause, where S name, you have to write the column name afterwards, S name. or directly you will write over here order by S name, because and no need to there is no need to write the where clause. Why? Because we are not checking any condition, so directly I will write select asterisk from student order by S name. So by default what order it is preserving, it is giving you the ascending order. So according to the ascending order you will get the name Ankit, Ram, Rohit and Sakshi. Fine. If you want to do same with descending order, so you can write DESC. Fine. So it will give you Sakshi, Rohit, Ram and then Ankit. It's clear to all? Fine. So where clause when you will use, when there is some conditions also, whose ID is this or whose ID is between this, here those who are living in this particular address. So you can check according to the conditions. So I hope order by clause is clear to all of you, how to arrange it in the ascending or descending order. For ascending order you can also write ASC, or if you are not writing anything, so by default it is going to give you the show you the record in the ascending order. For descending obviously you have to write DESC. Fine. So let's move to the next clause. Next is group by clause. For using the group by clause we also have to use the aggregate function. So in my table, yes, I can use the aggregate function on the address. So I can write select address, then I have to write one aggregate function. I have to use the aggregate function because in the group by clause it is necessary to use aggregate function. So I am using the count star function, which I have already shown you on that slides also. Select address count star. Afterwards you have to write the name of your table. My table is student. Then write the clause that is group by. Beta, it's very important, so just see it very carefully. After writing the clause name you have to write the column which you want to use with this group by clause. I want to use the same address column. Fine. So let me just execute it. Yes. So what all records it's showing, what I have done, first I am going to select the column and I want to count the address of all the addresses, from all the addresses. Then from which table I want to perform, I want to perform this record on the student table, and then I have to group by with a particular column. The same column I have used address. So with what it is showing, null is having only one, so one it is showing in the count. Kamla Nagar only one, and Lajpat Nagar there are two records. So I have grouped my records with address. Fine. So by this you can use your group by clause, but remember, whenever you are going to use the group by clause you must have to use one aggregate function. Fine. Last clause is having clause. Before that I just want to show you one more example of your group by clause, and that I will perform on the fees table. So I have showed you all the records. Now what I want to do, I want to select SID. First I want to select the SID, comma, I want to sum the amount, then from table name fees, then group by your column name, that is amount, or that is SID. I want to group it by SID. Fine. So you can see the records over here. First SID, first two records are there, so 8,000 plus 8,000, that will be 16,000. And when you are going to see second record, only single record is there, so no sum will be there for the second records. If one more second record will be there, then it will do the sum for that second record also. Fine. So what it has done, first it has seen the SID. There is two SID, SID1 and SID2. So I want to group your query with the help of SID. So when I am going to group it with the SID, so all the duplicate SID will be removed and it is grouped by a single SID. देखो सिंपल से अगर मैं समझाऊं तो ग्रुप बाय में करते क्या, हम ग्रुप बना रहे हैं ना, तो सिमिलर जो आईडीज होंगी वो एक साथ ग्रुप होंगी, है ना. तो यहाँ पे जो भी वन SID का अमाउंट होगा वो एक साथ आ जाएगा. क्यों? क्योंकि हमने सम परफॉर्म करा है किस पे, अमाउंट पे. तो वन SID का जितना भी अमाउंट था वो एक साथ क्लब अप हो गया, और सेकंड का जो था वो आगे और रिकॉर्ड्स ही नहीं थे, तो सेकंड रिकॉर्ड सिंपल शो कर दिया. अब मुझे इसके साथ क्या यूज़ करना है, आई वॉन्ट टू यूज़ द हैविंग क्लॉज विद इट. सो आई विल राइट ओवर हेयर हैविंग क्लॉज. Then again you have to use that aggregate function, sum amount is greater than, I have written greater than 8,000. Fine. So select SID sum amount from fees. group by किससे करा, SID से, जहाँ amount क्या हो, ग्रेटर हो 8,000 से. सो हमने कंडीशन किस पे लगाई है, ग्रुप बाय क्लॉज पे लगाई है. तो जब ग्रुप बाय क्लॉज पे कंडीशन लगाते हैं, देन वी हैव टू यूज द हैविंग. So see, both the records are having greater than 8,000. If I will change it greater than 9,000, that it should show me only the single record. See, it is showing the single record only, that is 16,000. Fine. And if you will change the symbol by less than, so no less records are there, so it will show you the empty set. Fine. So I hope you understood about all the clauses. That's all about this session. If you like this particular video, then press the like icon, and if you haven't subscribed the channel yet, so subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching, students.